Hello again, everyone. Edwin Leonard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about Venus conjunct Neptune in a natal chart. Now, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the aspects of a natal chart. They're a little bit concise. Some people may refer to them as snappy. So what I decided to do is make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So if you have Venus conjunct Neptune in a natal chart, there may be an intense love, which is an enjoyment, which is Venus, to pursue dreams and fantasies, which is Neptune. Now, if you have Neptune in Scorpio as an example, those dreams and fantasies may be, tied in with psychology, locksmithing, forensics, investigation, embalming, surgery, working as a coroner, doing something with the occult, which can include astrology. If Neptune is in Aquarius, as another example, those dreams and fantasies may be tied in, with altruistic humanitarian work. It could be doing something with astrology, astronomy, aviation, innovation, computers, electronics, meteorology, as some examples. And also, too, if you have Venus conjunct Neptune in your natal chart, there may be very a strong inspiration, which is Neptune, in making money, which is Venus. Now, if you have, say, Venus is in Capricorn, money may be made, doing something with government, political work, information technology, accounting, dentistry, masonry, doing something with carpentry, construction, building, as some examples. Also, too, you may strongly value, which is Venus, things connected, with the imagination, which is Neptune. Now, going back to Neptune and Aquarius as an example, that imagination, may be applied, with astrology or astronomy, or doing something, on computers, such as some kind of computer-related art. As some examples, it could be connected with aviation or astronomy, as some other examples. Now, another thing too, if you have Venus conjunct Neptune in your natal chart, it may also manifest in the self-worth, which is Venus, may be very, integrated, connected with the realization of your dreams, which is Neptune. Now, if Neptune is in Sagittarius, they may be very big and prodigious dreams, or it could be, connected with being, doing something with adventure or exploration, foreign travel, sports, the outdoors, something with camping. It could be, doing something with publishing, advertising, printing press operation, as some examples. Now, another thing too is that you may be very idealistic, which is Neptune, in terms of your artistic endeavors, which is Venus. And if you are having interest in, art, if you have, let's say, Venus is in Pisces, there may be an interest like in abstract art, fictional fantasy art. If Neptune is in Scorpio, Venus is in Scorpio as an example. It may be some kind of gothic kind of art, or something with horror, the supernatural. It could be something associated with the occult, which includes astrology, as some examples. Now, also too, the artwork, which is Venus, that you may be interested in, maybe have some kind of dreamy, mystical quality. It might be tied in with the metaphysical, again, which includes astrology, which is Neptune. If you have Venus and Aquarius, it could be, artwork that is, online, on computer, computer related, artwork. If Venus is in Capricorn, it may be, art that you do very more consistently, very structured and disciplined manner. It could also be, if you have Venus conjunct Neptune in your natal chart. Another way it may be expressed could be that relationships, which is Venus, may be very inspiring. They may be a lot of compassion and altruism expressed, but they may be unrealistic, and even the people you get involved with at times may be deceptive and duplicitous, which is Neptune. Now, let's say, for example, if you have your Venus, in let's say it's in Libra, those relationships, one or more of those people may be with a Libra sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply embody the characteristics of the sign. It could be those that are very charming, tactful, diplomatic, cooperative, persuasive, orderly. Could be people that are very equitable, but may also be, ambivalent and indecisive as well. And the thing too is that you may also desire, some kind of escape, which is Neptune. Often too, peaceful, which is peaceful places, and Venus is connected with peace and tranquility. Let's say, for example, if you have, this, Venus is in Aquarius, it might be simply, doing things, online on the computer, maybe in your own isolated spot, as an example. Venus is in Capricorn. It could be at your place of business where you find a lot of that peace, that harmony, that tranquility in terms of escaping. And also too, in some instances, there may be some dissolving or dissipation, weakness, or maybe even something nebulous and unclear, which is Neptune, connected with the neck, the throat, the thyroid, the kidneys, and the lower back, which is Venus. And, this is, a thing too, if you have, Venus conjunct Neptune in your natal chart, could also indicate, talents and abilities, which is Venus, may be associated with poetry, dancing, videos, film, chemistry. It could be photography, or even the metaphysical, which includes astrology. Now, let's say if you have this in Capricorn as an example, the conjunction in Capricorn, it may be there's more structure and discipline and consistency in this. It may be more tied in as one's career. Could be where you show a lot of responsibility in these matters as well. Also too, Venus conjunct Neptune in a natal chart may also manifest in dealing, at times it could be some kind of financial, which is Venus, which for fraud, and I'm sorry, it could be, fraud, which is Neptune. And, the thing is, if you have, let's say, the conjunction in Aquarius, the fraud may be tied in with some kind of online, deception. If it's in Capricorn, it might be, with some kind of business or company, as another example. Now, also, too, legal issues, which is Venus, may be associated with, it could be chemicals, deception, something with a video, even hidden adversaries, which is Neptune. Now, let's say, if Neptune is in Scorpio, as an example, those hidden enemies or hidden adversaries, one or more, may actually be a Scorpio sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply embody the traits of the sign. It could be those that are, manipulative, jealous, resourceful, vengeful, resilient, people that are empowering. It could be those, that may, you could say, be very passionate, but be very, have a lot of, emotional intensity as well. If, let's say, if Neptune is in Aquarius, One or more, hidden adversaries may actually be an Aquarius sun, moon, or ascendant person, or embody the traits of the sign. It could be those, that are very non-conforming, rebellious. They may be bizarre or unusual people that come across as very friendly, amicable, as some examples. And there also may be certain confusion, which is Neptune, in terms of expressing one's sentiments, which is Venus. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Leonard saying, stay well.